Okay. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Empire State of Sports podcast. I'm your host for the evening, Karan Kapoor. I'm joined by my partner, Topher Pete, and we're very excited to bring you our first actual live guest on our podcast, free agent podcaster extraordinaire, Danny B. Appreciate you joining us, man, tonight. Some New York sports.
Karan, what's going on, guys? Thank you for having me on. It was funny. Last week, I wrote all into your Knicks preview, and Topher DM'd me right back. He's like, "Dude, when are you coming on?" I'm like, "Whenever you need me, man. I'm literally free." So, free agent.
So, this is freelance New York sports. This is what we live
it's
for.
freelance New York sports. I've been podcasting since 2012, literally right after Sandy. Me and my good friend Steve, me and him. New York sports through and through, and then we were doing a New York podcast pretty much from 2012. Then life got crazy. We brought in our friend Vin, and then the three of us did our podcast up until last year. Then I did a couple stops with that sports network. I had did a couple of fantasy shows, produced a couple of shows, and then did a giant show with my co-host Nikki for a couple of years, and now decided to branch out to different ventures, and hopefully with you guys we stick and I sign up with you guys. But yeah, thanks for having me on. Let's talk some Big Blue. I'm excited about that, and then hopefully our Lord and Savior Jalen Brunson helps us out on the depressing New York Football Giants.
Nice segue. But we'll kick it off, down to business. So before we get started, for those of you watching, appreciate your support. Make sure you like and subscribe, click wherever you're listening to us, wherever you get your podcast, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram. Give us a follow, give us a shout. All the support is needed. All the support is appreciated. So thank you guys for that. And now, like I said, down to business. Last couple of weeks, guys, Giants,
roller coaster.
Rough. 17 days ago, we were flying high, no pun intended, beating the Eagles at home at MetLife. Things looked good. We had a nice battery of Dart and Scatterboo. Looked like the future was promising. And then the Bronco game, which we didn't really touch on till yet, the fourth quarter collapse. And then obviously what happened yesterday with the Eagles, pretty much taking revenge off what we did to them just a couple of weeks ago. So, Chris, why don't you kick it off? I mean, wherever you want to start, man. The Bronco game, you want to go right into yesterday? All encompass.
Rip it off.
I'll kind of go full circle, make it quick. I'm interested to see what Danny has to say as well. I've been spewing on this for a couple of weeks. Eagles game was great. It was awesome to double them up. Nobody in a million years thought we could beat them. Nobody thought we could compete with them. And our boy looks ready. It's great to see that we have a quarterback. Like, despite what happened the next 2 weeks, which we know we're losses now. But I feel like the last 2 weeks, I mean, because we know now we lost to Denver, to the Eagles, but we have a quarterback, and we know we do. And, after that Eagles game, we were like, man, imagine if we had Neighbors and, Slayton this, Slayton that. He hasn't played well. But then you roll into the Denver game, we look like we're, fantastic, and then the collapse. But the big part of the collapse for me, despite all the nonsense, despite all the things that happened, the interception, and Adebo and Holland going out really hurt, and then Banks stunk, and that led into this game.
As usual.
Yeah, but that led into this game. So this game, right off the jump, you already have Flock getting hurt. So then we're putting in another. I don't even know 38's name. They pick on him.
Cody Black.
Him for two. I think they got him for 2 pass interference penalties.
And lost.
And then the Scatterboo situation, which happened on the drive after there should have been a fumble and it's our ball because we ripped the ball out of his hand because you're not allowed to extend unless it's the end. And I argue with people, and they're arguing, well, the Slayton ball got called back. And I'm like, well, that's nonsense too. All these calls, the only call that really went our way was the Dart fumble. That was clearly a fumble.
Yep.
We fumbled the ball, and they overturned it. And that didn't change anything, right?
Right.
You take away the very first drive, the second drive, they gift wrap them a touchdown 2 plays later because Thibodeau rips the ball out of their hands and they don't give us the ball.
Which was clearly a fumble. I mean,
clearly a fumble.
The hardcore Eagle fans will tell you
we've been bitching about the tush push. We actually defended it pretty damn well the last 2 times we played them. We almost stopped them. It took them 4 times to do it. And then this time he ripped the ball out of his hands and they give him the ball. So fine. The refs blew the whistle. It is the way it is. But on that following drive, Scatterboo breaks his leg, and now we don't have him. Like, we would get the ball at midfield there. Some different things happen. That might not even happen. Like, so that's why I'm frustrated. I don't think we were going to go anywhere anyway, but they're blowing off how it's a revenge game. And even asshole who lies and puts a documentary out on Thursday Night Football.
A vlog. It's more a vlog.
Who could have took a contract and didn't and fired his agent, sits there and makes comments like, yeah, we heard him celebrating and stuff. Dude, you were here. You know what it's been like. That was a big win. That was a big win for us. Give it to us.
Yeah, we haven't won a Thursday night game in a decade. We haven't really beaten Philly here at home or in Philly.
You know how it's been, man. And we finally get a win. And, like, we can't have anything nice. Like, right? Her neighbors is down. Scatterboo's down. Holland's down. Adebo's down. Flott went down. Everybody's hurt. No wonder. Like, and they're bragging. They just won the Super Bowl. We won 4 games last year, and they're bragging that they beat the beat-up Giants who just belt the ass them 2 weeks ago. They're not even that good. They're not even like, they should be blowing people out. And I'm sick of this Jalen Hurts thing. Like, if he was so damn good, carry your team. Everything has to be perfect for him, or he's average. Like, I want to see him on a shitty roster.
Yeah,
that's my rant.
That's good rant. So with me, I'm gonna take the different approach. There's 2 sides to this story. Our run defense is statistically bad the last decade. This defense in itself, with the run game. No, this particular defense is the worst defense running wise the last decade. So that's gonna be never good. And then Saquon busting 160-something yards on the second play of the game. Untouched. Tyler Newbin, another draft pick gone to waste right now, unfortunately. He's reading bad angles and just messing up weekly. And obviously, when you draft him in the high second round, he needs to be a guy that's playing right away and being smart and being a quality player. Yeah. Between them running down our throats the whole entire game, there was those 21-point swings that we might have not won. We probably wouldn't have won with the running game that they had, but the game would have been a lot more closer than what the dictated. If you didn't watch the game, you're like, oh, wow, the Giants got smoked. Theoretically, they did, but it should have been a lot closer of a game than it really did. I'm not going to blame the refs.
Drives, you don't have your main weapons. I mean, like, that's calls.
And I think we have our guy. I know it's 5 games into his rookie season, but he's ice cold. He has those ice cold veins, especially on third down. Throwing to Daniel Bellinger. He's throwing it to Wandell. He's throwing it to
Theo Johnson.
You guys seem to touch on some of them. They're like over the defender's shoulder. Like, people dropped some too. Like, I know Bellinger had a drop that was just awful.
No, that was Theo.
Was that Theo? Yeah. You're right, because Bellinger got hurt. That's right.
Yeah, it was Theo. Sorry, go on.
I will, just to piggyback what you said, the only thing that, if we're going to take anything away from this season, is that I think we all feel that we got our quarterback moving forward. If that's what we take out of this season, forget the wins and losses. We're 2-6. Realistically, let's be honest, we're not going to
keep him healthy.
That's
keep him
the
healthy,
biggest thing.
Keep him alive. The offensive line, I think, has been playing fairly well. I mean, I haven't heard a peep out of the offensive line with the issues over the last few years. So if our offensive line is good and we have our quarterback for the future,
that was the worst I've seen him look in a few weeks. This past
definitely did.
The couple of things, though, that are really bothering me is, and I said it before the season started on one of the other shows when we had LPG and Bobby Skinner on, I thought this defense was going to be much better than what it's been. The defensive line, I thought it was going to be, I said it could be real special with Carter and Thibodeau and Dexter Lawrence. Dexter Lawrence has been a complete no-show in this whole season. He was called out this morning, I think, from Carl Banks on it. When Banks basically said, the guy on the other side that's blocking you doesn't have any respect for you.
And that wasn't like that before. Like, I remember when Aaron Rodgers was like, 97's a dog. Like,
So I don't know where Dexter's been. He's not getting any pressure. He's got half a sack for the year. Thibodeau, I think he's good as gone. They didn't pick up his 5th-year option.
No, they did. They did. They 100%
I
did.
thought Thibodeau's been playing a lot
Are
better.
you sure about that?
He should have had a stretch.
I
He should have had a
100%.
fumble on Sunday. He should have.
No, they picked it up. They picked it
Okay.
up. So
I
they're
thought
gonna the three of them
stand
are gonna be
corrected.
together for another year.
I feel like Danny. I don't know about you. I feel like Tibbs been playing a lot better this year. I think he's been bringing more to the table.
Yeah, I think Tibbs has been playing.
He's not living up to being the fifth
Right,
overall
right.
pick in the draft or whatever
I'm with
it was.
you.
He's
I'm
just
with
not.
you
I
on
agree
that.
with that. I agree.
Yeah, they're trying
But-
to look for little things like, oh, he's doing this, so yeah, he's getting his money's worth, or he's not that dominant for. He's not
No.
playing like, and I am not comparing him to a Micah Parsons, but you know where Micah Parsons is at all times on the field. Like you just don't know with Thibodeau, and I love Carter too. I love the guy. I love the pick.
thing with Carter is he's not getting the stats, but
Yeah,
half
he's
of
getting the
Burns'
pressure.
sacks, half of Burns' sacks are set up because of
Yeah, and if that's
Abdul
what it
just
takes, if they're
breaking the
piggybacking
edge.
off each
Yeah.
other, Burns is playing out of his mind. I think
Yeah.
he's been a phenomenal.
He still
He's
leads
tied
the
for the
league
league
in
lead in
sacks, right?
sacks. So the defense, though, the secondary is getting shredded. The run
You don't have
game.
linebackers.
So
it's yeah.
That's the main thing. I mean, everyone's ripping on Bowen, and rightfully so. You can't give up 33 points in one quarter to Denver, 38 points to the Eagles yesterday.
Can I piggyback off of that though? My complaint to that was everybody gave him a bunch of crap, and I do agree. But Adebo and Hahn went down that game, right? And that's when the Eagles started going off. And I think the fault was, and he started not pressuring. Like I've always said it, a good pass rush helps a bad secondary. Like, why would you not put pressure on the quarterback? Like, it's like every team seems to do it, right? Every team
It's every team
off the pedal, but it's stupid because once you do it and the team gets momentum, then you can't seem to get it back. Like, so that's my big fault with him. He just had a great game against Philly the week before. He had a great game for 3 quarters against Denver. So I do blame the injuries, but there's just at the end of the day,
with all the injuries, though, man, and
stable
I'll
though,
let
right?
you
At the
guys.
end of the day, it's stable there, right? Because get in there and make a decision and do something and step in. Like he's not even stepping in. So like,
yeah, that's the one thing with Dable that's annoying with Dabes is he's not a CEO head coach.
Well,
If it's not about
by
the
far.
offense, if it's not about the offense, he really doesn't care or he doesn't. But like, hey, I'm the head coach.
Yeah.
Rush them, man. Just rush the 8. Like, just you have.
He's not a
those
good
guys.
situational coach.
and I
at
feel
all.
like
Absolutely.
he just yells at him like, "Fix it!" And you already know he had problems with Wink. He screamed all the time, and like I was a big Dave's guy for.
Yeah, me too.
But now,
I mean, we all were after year one.
After year one, and then year
real quick, I'm a Daniel Jones believer. I never ever let people slander him. I stood up for him all the time. And look at him. He could possibly win the MVP this year, and they got 1 loss. And
that hurts so bad, man.
It makes him look terrible.
It doesn't hurt me.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt me
Dable
because
look
I knew
so
the kid
terrible.
could play, and everybody trashed him all. I think Capizzle always had his back. Like the kid could play, man, and the offense. Now we know everybody that leaves plays well everywhere else.
Xavier McKinney, Daniel
Saquon
Jones,
Barkley. He
Saquon
don't even get hurt
Barkley.
anymore. The dude got hurt every single year other than his rookie year.
Well, he pulled up late yesterday, so
Yeah, no, he's fine, apparently.
If it makes you guys feel any better whatsoever, we play the 49ers next week,
Great.
followed by the Bears in Chicago, followed by the Packers, then I think the Lions, and then the Patriots before we finally have
bright side on
our
the whole
bye.
thing. One quick bright side on the whole thing. We get to watch Dart play. You keep him healthy. That's 1. Number 2, all of these guys are coming back next year, and we're going to get a good draft pick, and we don't have to worry about going after a quarterback. So if it's top 5 or 6, then you trade it and get more picks, or you go get another stud. And it may
I
be
hope. I mean, you got to get Neighbors
Maybe a
back.
coach.
I don't know if Scadaboo's going to be ready for opening. I don't. It's too soon to tell.
I'm
with
going to say
Neighbors
one
too.
thing about that too, and then you can switch this or do whatever. Jason Tatum I know it's a totally different thing. He got the surgery right away, and they're thinking that he could come back way early. He's already dunking. Scadaboo got the surgery right away. Some people are saying, is that something wrong? Is that something to be worried about? Maybe it's something because
it was that's
Neighbors hasn't had the surgery yet.
I don't know enough about it yet. All I know is he's had it. It's been successful, and they did it right away. They didn't wait.
Well, yeah, because his ankle is going the other opposite direction, so you had to take care of that ASAP. So hopefully with him, there's no setback in terms of healing
Monster. He
of
wants to
inf-
do it next year.
yeah, with healing with infections. The first couple of weeks, you're always telling we all hear stories.
It just stings
It
because
stings a lot. I actually
with
that hurt
Scadaboo and
me the
Dart,
most. That
it was
that
just
hurt me the
fun
most
watching them
yesterday.
play,
Yeah,
even for the last few weeks when they really started to take off. Even though, yeah, we weren't really winning. A couple games we won, a couple games we lost.
We
It really
could have
wasn't even
won
about
games.
that.
Like, we were close, fellas. Like we honestly were close before these injuries, and like we don't even have neighbors. And then we didn't even have Slayton. And our bum coach can't even. They bring a guy in off like 84. I can't even remember his name. The guy that came in and wore 89.
Ray Ray?
Ever since, like, why ain't he like?
Was it Ray Ray? Was it little Jordan Humphrey?
little Jordan Humphrey. Ray didn't get called up yet.
He didn't get called
And
up.
can someone explain what's happening with Jalen Hyatt? Does anyone know?
Well, he's
Is he
good
just
as gone.
getting paid to do nothing?
Yeah, he's good as
So-
gone. He was inactive yesterday, so that's
He's
all you
inactive.
need
He
to-
was. I seen that too, Danny. Well, I don't know about y'all, but I want some good news. I know we lost yesterday, but
So
can we
switching gears,
We
New
switch
York football is what it is, but we're excited. At least NBA is kicked off. We're like the sports.
One last
equinox.
thing for the Giants. I think we're going to be playing a little bit better against the Niners. They're banged up just as much as us. Obviously, CMC is they're going to be feasting for CMC to have a Saquon type game.
we
But
can't
yeah, just home cooking.
They're going to be
some
upset
sort of
too
home
the way
cooking.
they played yesterday, losing to Houston. So
Home cooking is going to hopefully be more helpful to us, but we'll see.
MetLife Stadium.
It's very, very grim. Very grim, but
MetLife Stadium is a home cooking.
Dart is 2-0 at home. Let's
That is true. That is very true. So speaking of home cooking, you know who else is 2-0 at home? The Knicks. They are 2-0 at home. They opened the season last week. A couple of good wins at home, Cleveland and Boston. You know, yesterday was a little bit of a let up. They just didn't have their legs, it seems like. They shot
Boston
40, 54 threes and made 15. So
they had the South Beach flu.
You know, obviously we're not going to panic over a loss. We're not going to win every single game.
Yeah,
we'd like to get a, you know, Miami's not the Miami Heat of the 90s, so they should have taken care of that game and at least, you know, moved on to the Bucks tomorrow, and then we'll see what happens. But, you know, they're 2-1. I don't know how you guys feel so far. I like a couple of things that I would call out that I really like. I like the fact that Brown is playing 10, 12 guys deep far. Much different look than what Tibbs did. Obviously, Brunson is just getting his legs under him. He's getting into shape. We still don't know what's going on with Mitch. I mean, he's been inactive. It says ankle injury. It says maintenance. I don't know. I'm glad Josh Hart's okay.
Yeah.
Towns looks like Towns. You know, he's going to have his days where he can't miss from three, and then he have his days where he's flailing all over the place. So
making dumb fouls. Yeah.
OG looks in good shape. He looks healthy. So good wins against Cleveland and Boston, which are always good. You always take those, especially at home. Obviously, we'd love to have the one last night, but 2-1 to start. And Danny, I don't know how you feel, but I'm looking for big things this year.
It's not now or never, but this is the year. It has to be this year, with the way on how everything is set up for us. All in, like
that's why you're here, brother.
That's all why I'm here. Honestly, they got to find a way to gel quickly in the new system. They need to keep making sure Bridges and OG and Deuce and the secondary guys to be acclimated into the system. Because how many times last year it was a two-man game, you watched either JB or you saw Cat just moving with the ball and no one was moving around with them. The whole thing was stagnant. And in the playoffs, it was all JB or nothing, or Cat would hop in every now and then. Obviously, that Pistons series, he was huge in. I'm excited to see how they implement the bench the first three games.
Well, last year, it was if the starters had a good game, we won. We had no bench.
Yes, correct.
So if the starters gave you 80 points or 89, 90 points or more, we had some insane record.
Yeah, and then Deuce. It was basically Deuce and no one else off the bench.
So this year, I think it's going to look a lot different. I mean, look, we've played 3 games. We haven't had McBride in one of the games. We haven't had Mitch in all the games. We haven't had Hart in one of the games.
Yeah.
So, again, it's a learning process. I know they're getting acclimated to Brown's system. I do like that Brunson is playing less than 37, 36
Yeah,
minutes a game.
yeah, we don't need
So
that
that
yet.
should hopefully, and I'm looking, I said it before, my hot take or whatever you want to call it, so far, I think this is going to be a monster year for Bridges because I think he was one of the main reasons why Tibbs is not the coach here right now.
He was the whipping boy in the fan base last year, and then
picks and all that.
The Celtic once the Celtic series when he capped off both of those games,
right?
Game 1 and 2, everybody's okay.
Yeah.
You're a Knick now, so
that was worth the picks right there. Just those two games.
Right. That was all the group text.
Dismantled them, and then Tatum got hurt. So, but
yeah, so
I'm not happy about his injury, but it's just crazy how that team thought they were going to win like 4 in a row, and boom.
Yeah, no. So like I think at the end of the day, obviously we're gonna have JB and we're gonna have Cat be the main focal points with the team. Can we get that third guy every night? If we get that third guy every night to score those games between Hart, OG, and Bridges, one of those 3 guys, if not 2 out of the 3, we are humming. We're completely humming. We get the guys getting a fast break points. Like that's another thing I'm excited for. Maybe we're gonna push the ball a little bit more this year and be a little bit more fast paced, especially.
See, that's one thing I was telling Karan. Like I love Jalen Brunson, but when I said when I'm all in, it's like he don't have to have the ball in his hand.
Right.
That tires him out, and he did look tired last year in that final series. Like, yeah, people were dropping like flies on other teams, and everybody said, "Oh, Tibbs is going to get everybody hurt." We were conditioned, but we were burnt out.
We were completely burned out. That game 1 against the Pacers will forever be burnt in my head for the rest of time.
Karan shaking his head. We talked after that. Remember you FaceTime me?
Yeah.
But that's my point.
That was the undoing
of his hands. And then Mike Brown, like everybody's like, oh, we got rid of Tibbs from Mike Brown. Mike Brown turned around like
Sacramento's
offense. I mean, they were a good offense with him. Like I want to see him get the best out of OG. We saw him score last year. I want to see him I want other guys.
There's good and bad to Mike Brown. Let's call it what it is. There's good and bad. Mike Brown's had success. He's had success. He went to the finals. He's had success with Cleveland, with Golden State. He's had success. He's also had some failures. And he obviously, let's call it what it is, he was not the Knicks' first choice as a head coach this past offseason.
J-Kid. So like the thing with us is we got to get to April and then hopefully advance and do all the healthy.
April.
At the end of the day, the coaching matchup between Carlisle and Tibbs was a masterclass. Let's call that for what it was, because the teams were pretty much similar until Halliburton got hurt. So we need to have we're going to have better coaching in those tight games of matchups and finding ways to get an advantage of the players that we have. Because in the Eastern Conference Finals, we got outcoached badly. And then with everybody getting dead with the without having the load management and everything else like that, you can tell at the end of the year was that.
I think it happened 2 years ago too when we lost to the Pacers, because that's when everyone got hurt.
Never have a team though with these type of guys on the wings that can defend and the type of guys that can bring. Like I even told Karan, like there's nights that you can let Brunson take some nights off and let Deuce McBride run the offense. I mean, you can do it. But Tibbs had enough confidence in him. He let Deuce play. I would let Deuce
play a little bit now too. Which
you took the words right out of my. A couple of moments, but he had his moments in the G League last year, and then he had like a couple of like stints of like, okay, he played pretty well. Let's see what happens, and then he had like one like bad like one little burn, and then Tibbs.
He had like 43 points in the summer league, and then he came and played that night.
Yeah, and then Tibbs was like, "No, you're stuck to the bench."
That's because he don't trust the young guy.
He was stubborn. Tibbs was stubborn, and that was ultimately his undoing. Certain things, Jordan Clarkson still, I guess, getting acclimated. I love the signing.
I like the signing too, and
Yabusele has not played well. He's not played well, so
he hasn't yet. But I think I like him better than Ochoa. So hopefully, once he gets up,
he's not on the team, by the way. He's still. I think
he got cut.
Miami released him.
Help me. The guy we picked up from the Sixers with the headband.
Yabusele.
Gershon, yeah.
Yeah, so you don't like him?
I mean,
No,
he's been
I like him. He's been
he's a
little,
great signing for what we got. I'm just saying for 3 games so far, he's
Yeah, he
looked
hasn't
ball.
done
I
much.
think
He
he's
hasn't
been
done-
outstanding. Even the
Oh.
night, like with Mitch out, like I think he's been great. And then when Cat got in foul trouble, like right off the jump, I think it was game one. I think it was game one. He got in foul trouble. He came in and played great.
So the one
Yeah.
thing from the first game that I really loved, and Alan Hahn said this on his show too, Donovan Mitchell was taking over in that third quarter. If you guys
My
remember,
goodness.
we were up
He
quite
was
a bit. He was cooking in the third quarter, and then OG and Bridges both just teamed up on him in the fourth,
Wing
and they
stuff,
had to
yeah.
make somebody else win that game, and no one
That's
from
what I'm
Cleveland
saying.
could do
I don't
that.
know if Mike Brown
So-
ever had that type of presence on defense. This might be a
They
really
just
stressful.
they just locked him up and said, okay, somebody else has got to beat us if it's not going to be you, and it wasn't. And obviously Cleveland kind of faded in that fourth quarter when Mitchell had the ball taken out of him. So again, no Tatum for probably majority of the year. No Halliburton. We'll see. You know, obviously there are teams that are up and coming. I think Detroit's still going to be very good.
Yep.
Orlando's a very promising team.
Yep.
Cleveland's going to be what they are, 50, 60 wins, whatever it is. After that, I don't know. Milwaukee is good because they have the best player, one of the best players in the game. But we should be in that mix. There's no reason why we're not a top 3.
If we're not in
saying,
the top, if we're not in the top 3, something badly happened, and it's
Injury, something.
If something bad didn't happen and we're not in the top 3, we got major problems.
We also need the home court. They just do. They need the home court advantage. I think, especially later in the playoffs. Like we lost in Indiana last year. I think it was Game 6, but we just need that extra game to be at the Garden somehow, some way.
It don't have to be 1. I would like to see us be 2. I don't think we need to win. I would like to. I
personally top 3, but if we are out of the top 3, very disappointing.
Guys, I don't feel like they have to win 60 games either. They can win 54 games.
I don't think it's going to take 60
games
to be a top 3.
Like 63.5. 53.5, I should say.
Yeah, okay. 53. Yeah, I was going to say.
Because Detroit and Milwaukee and Orlando, they're good. I don't think they're 60 win good. I think they're all in the high 40s, low 50s. Yeah.
And then Cleveland had that last year, but are they going to do it again?
Detroit's the one for me. I know, Karan, you said because Hardaway's gone and Beasley's gone. Detroit's the one for me. I really am a big Cunningham fan, and I think we're going to see another level.
Yeah, no, I think Detroit's going to be right there.
I think they're the one. People are hype on Orlando. I don't see them doing too much noise.
I do see Orlando being very good.
Season, but not in the playoffs. Not in the playoffs. They gotta earn their stripes like we did, like Detroit is right now. Detroit took us to 6 games, man.
So Detroit gave us
everything. Were playing good ball.
That was the most physical series. That was the best series out of the whole playoff.
And they're good. And we were playing our best ball at that point.
I mean, look. So again, I'm excited. Again, we're just getting kicked off with basketball. Have you guys watched it on NBC? Anything? You guys get that nostalgic feeling back?
I 100% did.
The Peacock and the NBC intro and. I watched the Inside the NBA on ESPN. It didn't really miss a beat.
They didn't miss that. Thank God.
Same tune, same stage, same everything. So
thank God they didn't touch that. But with McAfee, you had that feeling that they were going to mess around.
But I've enjoyed it. I'm glad it's back on NBC because it gives you that '90s vibe with Jordan and Ewing and those Knicks Heat, Knicks Pacers.
And the game on Prime wasn't bad either. I didn't mind it with Prime either. But that was basically the TNT broadcast.
I just hate how you got to have everything to watch everything. Like,
yeah.
What night is the NFL on Prime? What night is it on this?
Thankfully with Prime, everybody, most of America has Prime, so that shouldn't be the end of the world. It's Peacock.
Tomorrow's game, Knicks and Bucks on NBC. So
there you go.
Tuesday night. Knicks and Bucks, so it'll be a litmus test. We'll see what happens.
See, these are what we got to figure out. Is the game also on MSG? Because opening night was on MSG, and then obviously you're watching MSG over ESPN.
I don't get that much anymore. So
yeah. That's right.
Yeah. I buy the package on Prime, so I think I can watch it either way. I got to buy the
chance to listen to Breen and Clyde. I'm taking that over any other duo. So
bet 100%. I do want to say one thing. I want to do one more take on the Knicks. Last year, everybody harped on us for being 0-10 against the elite teams.
Yes.
Well, if you want to just roll right into this season, we started off 2-0 with them.
Exactly. Good. Good.
I mean, no one they were the elite teams, and I know the season just started, but we started off very nice, and I would like to put an ass whooping on Milwaukee tomorrow. that would make me feel a lot better about Sunday. Miami got a great coach. They're always going to be tough. They're always
going to be there. They're going to be that 8 seed,
100%.
7 seed. They're going to be
It
there no
doesn't
matter
bother
what.
me. In Miami, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. We were
we weren't going 82-0, so.
Yeah, no. Like, obviously, 3-0 would have been sweet. Let's get a win tomorrow in Milwaukee, and then all is forgotten. So,
right, exactly.
With that said, we'll wrap up October, fellas. The sports equinox. It's just getting started. Basketball. Some good news. We'll recap in a few days. We'll see what happens with the Knicks. Giants and 49ers this Sunday. And let's just keep praying that Dart stays healthy. So
that's it. Just keep them healthy. How awesome was it that granted Tom Brady's going to say nice things about everyone? How nice was it to hear Brady talk so nice about Dart? And like
everybody has to.
Everybody is so far. So far, everybody is. Yeah. Sean Payton, Tom Brady, everybody.
And
it
looks kind of big too. I want to give him. I want to give the Eagles a shout out. Like Dom delivered some pizza and went and seen him, and some Eagle player Kyle was at the game. They said they gave cheers and they stood up.
That's how you know Cam is a real guy.
People love him. People love them guys, and he'll be back. Yeah. The comeback story will be great. So,
all right, fellas. Danny, appreciate you jumping on for the first time.
Thank you for having me on, man. I really appreciate it.
Hope you guys soon. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support.
All right, go Knicks.
Kid Eskimo.